Hello students, how are you? Hope you understand my second lecture and the first lecture. So let us recap about the second lecture. In my second lecture, I have explained the benzyl benzoate, the retrosynthesis of the benzyl benzoate. I have just explained the concept of synthons and the synthetic equivalents. In this lecture, this is lecture number 3, and I am going to explain the chlorobenzide. In this case, you can see that there are two molecules. All right. Now these two molecules are they are attached through the heteroatom. You can say this is a sulfur. Now in such cases, what we have to do? In such cases, we have to where we put disconnection. How you should carry out the retrosynthetic analysis. Now here a rule has been given, or you can say this is a guideline, which most important guideline. If such two molecules they are connected by the heteroatom, then disconnect next to the heteroatom. Now here students, let us carry out the retrosynthesis of this molecule. So chlorobenzide is the target molecule. This is a target molecule, all right, and just conduct or carry out the retrosynthetic analysis. So let us carry out the retrosynthetic analysis of this molecule. Now, as we know that this is a very beautiful technology that with the help of this approach or this retrosynthetic analysis, we can design the complicated molecule or we can analyze the complicated molecule. Now here, with the help of retrosynthetic analysis, you can find out which one is what is the starting material of your compound. Now this is a chlorobenzide, and I am going to carry out the retrosynthetic analysis. That is the backward direction, synthesis of the molecule in the reverse direction. So here let us have some imaginary fragments, and we know that these fragments are the charged intermediates, and those charged intermediates are called as the synthons. And we know that the synthons are acceptor synthons and synthons are the donor synthons and the donor synthons. So every time I revise these terminologies because it is very important to know the concept about the acceptors and the donors properties of the synthons. All right. Now here what we have to do, where if we apply this guideline to the chlorobenzide, so where do I put a fragmentation icon, or where do I put a cut? Where do I cut the molecule? So this is there are two cuts I can show you, because this is a first cut you can see over here, because there are two connections. This is this and this connection, this and this connection means this carbon and this carbon. This sulfur is connected to two carbon atoms. So you have to go through both the possibilities. All right. Now let us see the another disconnection strategy. So what will happen if I have second disconnection? Now whenever we put cut of any fragment, so let us put the CS fragmentation. All right. Now here I have the A approach, and I have also the B approach. Okay. So A approach, I can say that, let us carry out the A approach first. Now, A approach is having a disconnection where you will get a fragment. You will get a fragment over here. Now, if we see the electronegativity of the carbon atom and the sulfur atom, so sulfur is more electronegative. So, so obviously the positive charge will develop on the phenyl ring, and this negative charge will be developed on the sulfur atom. Now, this will be your fragments. This will be your fragments. All right. Now, what is the second strategy over here when we put a cut by second way? So this is a B pathway. I can say that this is a B pathway. Let us carry out the disconnection approach or the reverse approach by giving disconnection. All right. Now here what I will get? I will get the two fragments, and let us see what is the nature of this fragment. This is the first fragment I am getting. All right. So sulfur. So as we know that sulfur is more electronegative, so negative charge will be put on the, and this is nothing but the CH2 as we know that. And all right, so this is your second synthon. Now as we know that both, so we are getting the two synthons. Here also we are getting two synthons. Now which one is acceptor? Here it is a acceptor and it is a donor synthon. All right. So this is a pathway we have tried, and this is a B pathway. Now here this is a donor synthon and this is a acceptor synthon. Now which pathway, A pathway is feasible or B pathway is favorable over here? So the answer is B pathway is most favorable. B pathway is most favorable. Is most favorable or feasible, you can say. The reason is why? Because you know that this aromatic ring is always a nucleophile. Okay, it is always a nucleophile. So this positive charge is makes this molecule most unstable. So it may not exist unless you have a nucleophilic substitution reaction. You have to put the you have to make this molecule by putting the N2 plus group. Then and then only this ring becomes electrophile. But in such cases, this cannot be act as a nucleophile electrophile. So these are not good synthons. They are not good synthons. All right, because we obtain such type of synthons will give you high instability, and probably you may get the there will be no good disconnection. All right, what is the first condition for the disconnection? There should be a reliable or the real fragments should be obtained. So this condition is not fulfilled over here. Now, if we see the second probability, that is the second pathway, that is a B pathway. So here we can have good synthons or reliable synthons, and with this synthons you can obtain the good synthetic equivalents. Now here I can get the SH, that is a thiol, and the, so I don't need to put the plus charge over here, because I just need to tell you what type of synthetic equivalents are available or commercially available in the market. All right. So this is a Cl, and you can have that is a CH2Cl. All right. So these are the synthetic equivalents which are available. They are readily available. These are the synthetic equivalents. Now, as we know that with the help of this reverse thought process, or the reverse synthetic reaction, you have find out the starting material. Now I can say that these are the starting materials. These are the starting material for the target molecule. Now let us verify, as I told you that whenever you carry out the synthesis, there are two parts. The first part is the retrosynthetic analysis. Retrosynthetic analysis. And the second part is nothing but the synthesis. Now you have to verify whether your thought process is in the right direction. All right, so let us check the by carrying out the synthesis of the chlorobenzide by using the starting material which are obtained in the first step. So this is your first case or first step, and this is your second step. Then your reaction will be complete. All right. Now let us see the synthetic part, I can say. So let us carry out the synthesis of the molecule. Now, if I focus the synthesis of the molecule, what should I do? Now I'll take this. This is a thiol or thiophenol. Now here is the thiophenol. All right. Then by using a, so this reaction is carried out in basic condition. So ethoxide I can use as a base. So this base will abstract a proton from, all right. So these are the reaction conditions required. All right. So this will abstract the proton, and what you will get? You will get the nucleophile over here. All right. Now we have the second molecule, which is so this is our second molecule we are using. Uh, so Ca, we are having the, now the moment this will be approaching towards, because this is a delta positive and this is delta negative. So Cl acts as an extremely good leaving group. So the moment the nucleophile will be approaching towards the carbon, so Cl will be coming out. So it acts as a good leaving group. So whenever what type of groups are necessary, how you can use a good leaving group so that the chemistry will go in a right place or right direction. So this things you should take care of. It should be taken care of organic scientist. All right. So this is a, what we can say, a molecule which we have synthesized. Now, now you can say that this is a target molecule, that is a chlorbenzide. All right. Now, by using this step, you can verify the whatever you have done in the imaginary way. All right. So this was your imagination. So reversely, you thought about the disconnection process, and by applying the reverse condition, you have achieved the starting material. Now here, by using those starting material which are obtained in the retrosynthetic analysis, we have verified this process in the synthesis. In the synthesis, we found that all the reagents are perfect, and the whatever we thought over here, whatever is the retrosynthetic analysis we have done over here, it will be verified and justified over here. So this is the complete reaction or the complete retrosynthetic analysis of the chlorbenzide. All right.